So everyone, welcome. Thank you for, for connecting on time. Remember, we have our last class because next class is only going to be a meeting for farewell. Yes. So we won't have a class. It's not a class. We will have this farewell. And Professor Karen is going to come to talk about intensive practicum 1 and your placements. So she's working hard in getting the places. So she will be ready by next Friday. So welcome to everyone. We're just talking about some housekeeping. Remember, we are in our last moments in the module, and you need to catch up with some evaluations, and we're going to check them. I also want to congratulate you because of the Winter Games, which were a success. We didn't have as many students as we would like to have had, but anyway, it was a complex day for connection. Students in Longaví have problems with connection, so we knew something like that could happen. I mean, that a few would be able to connect. So it was not a very nice day. Today we have a nicer day in weather, talking about the weather. And therefore, I had already reflected it would have been better to have the Winter Games in May for midterm. And that would give me also the opportunity to probably have a grading possibility with students in second year. So that could be a good change for next year. So we have it earlier in the semester. Schools are more relaxed, and they can help us get the students to enroll, and the weather is a little bit better. We know that anyway with rural areas, it is not so easy to get a good connection. Okay, so we might have some changes, but it was a great experience, and I really, really appreciate your participation. It was great. Okay, so going. So I am finishing some search I was doing on the on Educandos. Please, we have some news on. So there are no news on Educandos, but please check that we have some deadlines. And that is what we are going to check now. So we are finishing. So we are on week 16. Impressive. It has been a hard semester, but I think it was a very profitable one. We learned a lot. We went through many experiences, and every experience is a learning experience. So we have all gone through this process of English practicum online, which is the first time that it was done like that. So I think we can be proud of ourselves, of having done it. So it was great. We are ahead, 1,000,000 kilometers ahead of what we were last year when we didn't have any access to schools, to children. None of these activities would have been possible. So I think we have improved a lot and set a path for the future. For a future that we know is near, it's almost here, and we know that things are changing in education. Okay, so congratulations. The great work in the Winter Games is really commendable. It wouldn't have been possible. Things might change, as I was telling you, not to do it so late in the semester. But the activity was worthwhile, and children really had fun. and evaluations from parents were positive. So thumbs up, everything went on well. But coming to a not so nice topic like evaluations, we're really at a tough moment for both, for you and for me, because I also need to organize myself with your evaluations. And I have been checking them. That's what I was telling the girls who came earlier. I was checking, and I need to organize a schedule, but over the weekend, I would like to have your the videos corrected and your grades uploaded. Remember, the second video is not necessarily a very doesn't have a great impact on your final grade, but it is an important element of your evaluation, of your overall evaluation. Then I have also been receiving your mentor teachers evaluations, and also my evaluation will be uploaded. Remember that in week 15, so you have uploaded the videos in week 15, all right? Please, those who haven't done it yet. So week 15 is the video upload. And this, okay, so here it is. So this is Educando's week 15. So here is a video upload, and here is the forum in which you're going to upload your video scripts. So here is video script plus comments from, plus the comments to the groups, to your classmates. And here is only my participation grade to your participation in the forum. So here we don't upload anything. The video upload is here, and the scripts upload is here for comments. So you upload your script, but comment to 2 other groups. At that point is your participation finished.
Teacher, I am question
Yes.
for this. This is in prior the comments?
Prior, no, you upload yours. So we have the scripts, look. So you upload your scripts, and then you comment to other scripts, to other people's.
Okay,
scripts.
pero.
Yes, so here
Okay,
I have your upload. Yes, so, for example, yes, but for example, Magda, Araceli, and Javiera.
Yes.
Yes, so this is yours. But you need to comment to Alejandra and Javiera Labraña.
Okay.
And you can also do in pairs, so we don't have, so you also can comment in pairs. So Araceli, Javiera, comment to Alejandra and Javiera Labraña. Alejandra
okay.
and Eileen's, Javiera and Barbara. And so on and so forth. So we will have the crossed comments. Okay, thank you, Javiera. Thank you. So you uploaded yours, but then you need the counterpart. You need you need to comment. So this is what you still need to do. Okay. In all of the different check in the different forums, we are going to see which are they. So okay. So that in regards educandos. The modules evaluations, okay, so 3 weeks of which this is not a class week. Yes, the last one is a special week we need to explain about. But this is not this is a holiday. Moreover, the last Friday of this semester is a holiday. But grades need to be uploaded before this. So this is already, this is the last week. So we have the last class. Today we will comment on a topic that was left for the end. just because we were doing some other things before. Yeah. That's an important topic. I didn't want to leave it out. And the forum participation is due. Yes, according to our agreement in the lesson plan. So that's why I was talking about the forums so much. We will check the forums. You have examples and you have sentence frames to help you write the forum participation comments. So it's not such a big job, such a great job that you will be doing. It's just following the structure and completing with your own ideas. Then next week is an important meeting. So this is not a class. This is a meeting which is important because we will be inviting Professor Karen Gajardo. She needs to talk to you about intensive practicum 1. And so that is why it is an important meeting. So 2:20, everyone should be connected to listen to her explanations and the options for practicum, intensive practicum 1, which is next semester. Then we will have a farewell, a short farewell of English practicum, and the portfolio is due. So you remember we will remember the contents for that portfolio. And many of you already have half the portfolio done. So this should be only, just finish the final version of the document. And so it will be short. We will be free early, hopefully, and you will be able to complete your portfolios. The last week, we have by requirement from the university we need to offer you the cumulative optional test. And you know this optional test is required to be considered by the university. You have the right to sit for a cumulative test in case you are below standard in some of the evaluations. You might have done this before in other modules, so every module has the optional test as an option. That test needs to be taken the first days of the week of week 18, around the 12th, 13th, 14th, depending, of course, on your needs, according to the grades you are having in the rest of the items. And of course, final grades are due on the 15th, according to the last resolution. So by the 15th of July, everything is finished. 15th of July. So no more options. This is the final grades due. At 12 o'clock, moreover, we have time and everything. So this is the deadline. So it's 2 weeks. I will be investing in correcting everything. But that's why I need also your completion, the completion of tasks, so that we can all comply with this requirement. So what is it that you still need to send or upload your videos? So the last videos, please, it is the time for you to upload them in case you haven't done it. And your participation and your next week, your portfolios. So please, that is it. Yes, and I will have narrow a space of time to finish everything. So on the 15th, everything is finished. So here it is. So this weekend, which is my commitment this weekend, upload your mentor teachers, all of the mentor teachers evaluations I have by now. They will be uploaded, and also my evaluations, partial evaluations of which you have already seen. So you have received partial evaluations by me as long as you were doing your classes, your interventions. So these final grades should be online this weekend, together with the video, because they were all due last week, you see, so I am already a week late. And so then SGC is continues following, persecuting me, yes. Starts a persecution, we need the grades. Okay, so today is a forum. Please take time over the weekend to finish the forum. And I will be able to see them next week. Here it is, a rubric for participation in the forums. And this is the list of forums. So they are not too many. There are few forums. That's why your comments should be really easy to make. Okay, and moreover, you have examples on week 4. On week 4, we have some examples for you to use. Forum comment rubric and sentence frames. And with the sentence frames, you are able to follow the structure and just complete with your own ideas. Let me check if I can. Okay, so in forum 4, you have the sentence frames. And with these sentence frames, you will be able to write this, hopefully. All right. Okay, we need to open another document. All right, so this is the forum comment example with the sentence frames. So you talk about conceptual knowledge, what is the topic you're dealing with, then experiences from the practicum, and then you express your ideas with kindness and giving your opinion on what can your classmates improve. Showing agreement, yes, and offering some suggestions if you want. Okay, so you have everything, all of the materials you need. Yes, you don't need to invent something new. It's there already. We worked with them in class. And so please use those materials, examples and sentence frames and rubrics as well. Okay. So you can use them to guide you in your writing. Then you have second forum. The second forum is reflective video scripts 1. Yes, on week 9. And the third forum is reflective video scripts 2 on week 15. So only those forums. So it is really something you can do probably this afternoon. It shouldn't take you so long. Then Javiera asked me, for example, if you can do them in groups. So Javiera and Araceli will be commenting on 2 other groups. You see, so you don't comment as individuals. Probably that is easier and it would take less time. So you just accomplish, so just use that idea to finish your participation. Okay. So do you have any questions? Any questions in regards forum participation?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So today we need to write in these 3 forums.
Yes,
Yes.
Today
We
is
need to
the
comment.
comment, yeah. The comments, yes. Over the
Okay.
weekend, I will finish. Yes, I will finish correcting. Yes.
Yes.
Remember, we have a little time. Okay. Remember, next weekend, I will be dealing with the portfolios. So it's
That is the last grade.
The last grade will be the portfolio.
Okay.
And these 2 are the aspects. Yes. So all of the grades, all of the other grades will be over this weekend. The 2 video grades, practicum observations, yes, tutor observations, and mentor teachers observations, and what can I say? A checklist, evaluative checklist. Okay, so yes, we will be working hard. In case you are still not happy with your grades, remember we can talk and you can access the cumulative optional test on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, probably the 12th, the 13th, the 14th of July, so as to do this test with which you can support your evaluations, your evaluation grades. But remember that also that cumulative test can be detrimental to your grade. Yes, so in case you decide to do it, you need to bear in mind that this can be also on the opposite, and that is in Reglamento de Evaluación 963 del año 2020. Okay, so now Javiera talking about contents. Yes, okay. So that in regards the forms. But then we have the portfolio, and the portfolio has lots of other contents included. Let me check. So we have 6 tasks that we have completed, plus you have lesson plans that you have done in your interventions. Remember, you have planned a lot and you have received lots of feedback and you have made corrections. Then there were some materials you have created. For example, Araceli and Javiera have created, because of the characteristics of their practicum, they have worksheets, yes, some links to videos. Javiera, Lucas, and Barbara have also links to games. You have prepared the same, Alejandra. All of the groups have their materials for the practicum. And then something that we were going to do 2 weeks ago, but then because of the winter games, it was postponed for today, something dealing with assessment. So this is something we will do today. If you can finish or have an idea by the end of the class, that would be much better. It will help you by the end of the class and to add it to your portfolios. All right, and this is the video, the last video, so week 15, remember? Many of you have already done it, so that is okay, thank you. Anything you would like to ask in regarding these evaluations? So if there is anything you will need to ask, or is it clear?
Profesora, ¿puede volver por favor a lo que tiene que tener el portafolio?
Ah, yes, portfolios, yes. So you will be able to download.
Sí, tenemos que incluir todas las planificaciones, eso que dice video making, todo lo que hicimos.
Sí, yes, you have lesson plans worksheets, what else? Links to videos, links to
también los links, ya.
Activities, the Jeopardy activity, for example, Javiera, Lucas, Barbara, May, all of those. So that would be like the attendance. So some other, so you have them already. So you're only sharing.
Miss, I have a question. If with Eileen, we don't do videos?
No, you didn't do videos, but you have your other materials. You prepared
Yes.
those
Okay,
materials, tasks. Oh, you also did something with assessment. That is one of my questions in the coming slides, because some of you were doing some assessment activities, formative, summative. So that is this assessment tool. Different groups did, yes, different activities. So yes, everything that included your practicum. Okay. Oops. All right. Okay, so those are questions. Yes, the portfolio then will be complete by adding all of these final tasks. And this is a reflection, exactly. Which were your experiences related to evaluation during the practicum? So did you do evaluative activities? For example, were you involved in evaluative activities with your mentor teacher? What kind of evaluation instrument did you use? For example, Alejandra, you did an evaluation with your students.
Yes, with Eileen, we do a test, and was difficult to plan it. But
Why?
in the moment, the students understand the topic.
Okay, and it was about the time, yes? Telling the time.
The time, the routines, and I don't remember what else, but
Yes.
it's three topics.
3 topics, yes, exactly. And it was a very complete instrument because you were paying attention to their performance, how they told the time, also how they remembered vocabulary. So content and performance, what they could do with the language and what they remember, some cognitive knowledge. Yes, exactly. Javiera, you did another test for your 5th graders. Javiera Labraña, am I right?
Yes.
And how was that instrument?
Google Forms. It was a test.
And what did you evaluate? Their ability to say something or just to know vocabulary?
All the unit too.
And it was, they needed to remember vocabulary?
Yes.
Yeah, so more cognitive or more performance? Did they have to do something or?
We
remember content.
The test is cognitive.
Cognitive, yeah.
And we, a ver, hicimos un video también.
Yes. Yes, I remember the video. It was a participative video. Yeah, so that is performance. They had to describe, yes, exactly. So as you can see, online, by means of virtual education, we need to be more creative, in the sense that evaluation, for example, performance evaluation, and it also happens with adults, for example, with students in 2nd year. So they need to perform and show their knowledge, their progress in knowledge. And therefore, the Winter Games comes to be an excellent opportunity for an authentic kind of evaluation and a performance evaluation. What are they able to do? For example, in thinking of an activity, designing the materials, and carrying out that activity. But of course, we have to be very, very creative in the middle of virtual education, because otherwise we tend to be, many mentor teachers that I also observed were more interested in just repeating vocabulary and structures, a more cognitive kind of assessment, as Javiera said. While that probably would be forgotten anyway, somehow, just because probably the students will have benefited with using the language in some situation. So all of those experiences we have already experienced. Therefore, this last unit is related to feedback, yes, evaluation as well, and the process of teaching and learning English as a foreign language, and the implementation of formative activities. So you will check, yes, some materials to see formative and summative. But formative activities have those the ability to, in a way, offer more opportunities for interaction, we can say. Okay, oh my gosh, what happened to the people? Is Lucas okay? Okay, Araceli is having problems connecting. Okay. So I can see we will be very few. So as soon as we finish, we will be ready, but I hope you can do the activities. So what do you know about education? Evaluation, sorry. Javiera, what, no, this is the one. What do you know about evaluation? So what is evaluation? Javiera Garcia, what can you say?
Is the form of the evaluate the knowledge of the students?
Yes, it's a form to evaluate. If we don't use the verb evaluate, it is a form of, what else do? We evaluate, it's a form of proving, yes, probar?
Yes.
Approving the knowledge, yes, exactly. The knowledge of students. And we have just spoken of different kinds of knowledge. So performance is something they know how to do, and cognitive knowledge, something they know, just the content of, or they repeat vocabulary or structures, just something they know. Proving the knowledge of students, yes, exactly. Another one, Javiera, here. Okay.
Maybe the know of the knowledge of the students.
The what do you want to say?
No, hi.
Uh-huh.
Conocer, que se me enreda. No.
Conocer. To know. Yes.
Yes, no.
Wait a minute. No, don't. Yeah, so I have problems with the with the format of this. But probably we can take this out and have more space. Okay. Yeah, so we have less. It's a form of proving the knowledge of students and a way of knowing. Yes. That is what you want to say, Javiera? Una forma de saber.
Yes, the previous knowledge.
Yes. Previous knowledge or current. Yes, current knowledge. También el conocimiento actual. Knowledge of students. What they have learned, also what they know from before, but also what they learned in the classes. So we need evaluation for sure. We need to prove this knowledge. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can manage this, but anyway, okay, there we have 2. And we can have 3. Okay, do we have anyone else? Alejandra? I'll go to see.
Can be that is used for teachers.
It is used by teachers, yes.
Yes, for to know the actual knowledge of the students.
Or what they learned, probably.
Yes, yes, what they learn.
Yes, to know what students learn. Yes, so you have mentioned a lot and you have seen a lot also about education. So what is previous knowledge, what is current knowledge, what they have learned. So we use evaluation, yes, for many reasons. Also what students can do, as we said, yes, the performance or the cognitive knowledge. And well, we said already, why do we evaluate? Yes, it's a means of knowledge. So this is something you have mentioned a lot. It's a proof. It refers to knowledge about something, and also a way to continue. So I think that why we evaluate, it is because you need information to continue, to go forward or not in different situations of e-learning, teaching and learning situations. So I think that, and if you have any idea, necessary to go forward or not in situations. Okay. Do you have any idea, any other idea? Why we evaluate? We have said already. It was just to add something else, meaning teachers need to plan how to go forward. So that is why, or not, and that is why evaluation has a lot of information, yes. To gather information. So this is what I was referring to. All right, so you have a lot there. And now what we're going to do is just, you're going to look at this word bank and you're going to participate in Padlet and work there. So you have a Padlet for each. And so you will be able to do the exercises. Okay, so can you see I will show you the Padlet. And in the Padlet, you will continue working. In the activities. Okay. So this is what you can see in the Padlet. So Javiera Garcia will be 1. Yes, so you have the word bank. Then Alejandra, you will be 2. And the other Javiera, group 3. Yes, so you have the word bank. And with that word bank, you will complete a paragraph. Yes. So all of you have the same. Then we will do a jigsaw reading. And you will decide on a way to create an evaluative tool. So we don't have groups, but I think we can work and share our ideas anyway. So we'll share it with you in the PPT. I will share, sorry. I will share the address for the Padlet, and you will be able to access and work there. So it's easy to interact just by having the Padlet. and completing your exercises. So I need to go back to the PPT, which it doesn't allow me to do. Okay. All right. Yes. So in the PPT, I have the same information. So you have different words in the word bank for you to complete a short text extracted from the Practice of English Language Teaching by Jeremy Hartman. So which are these words? End of the year tests, progressing, summative assessment, feedback, learning opportunity, formative assessment, proficiency tests, round, development, public exams. Which of these, probably which of these expressions or concepts you don't understand? Which one do you need me to explain?
And maybe proficiency.
Yes.
Proficiency. 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 Okay. OPT. Do you remember the OPT? El OPT, el examen OPT. Do you remember? Optional placement test. Sorry. The optional placement test. ¿Se acuerdan que rindieron el año pasado? De Oxford. Do you remember?
No, means.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I
No,
don't.
Alejandra, you didn't. Okay. Alejandra didn't. All right. Ese es un examen de nivel de dominio de lengua inglesa. That is proficiency test. And so next year, you're going to sit for the C1 level proficiency test. Yes, so the test will tell us which is your level of proficiency. ¿Cuál es el dominio, el nivel de dominio de la lengua inglesa que ustedes tienen? Yes, so you have Cambridge tests, you have TOEFL, Oxford online placement test, or you have a Oxford test, another Oxford test. Okay, so those are proficiency tests. Which other one you don't understand? Do you understand the other ones? What is round? To round up, for example, to round up. For example, along the year, when do we have the round up, the round? When do we finish a round? Round. This is a square, you see. But round indicates another shape. A round. What is a round? ¿Es un cuadrado o otra figura?
Es un círculo, pero
un círculo,
sí
ya.
lo sé de entender.
Ajá, ok. Es a round, yes, es un círculo. ¿Cuándo se completa un círculo? Pensando en educación. When do we finish the circle? Well, different, but for example, 1 year or 1 semester. En investigación, ¿cuándo estamos completando el círculo? Ahora que estamos haciendo ¿qué? The final project, for example. So you think of a round information when you, or evaluation when you are finishing a process. Yes? When you finish a semester, a unit, for example, Javiera, you were explaining, you evaluated everything in the unit. Yes? So that is a round kind of evaluation. All right? Can you follow?
I
Yeah?
think so.
Okay, yes, so that's round. When you finish, Alejandro and Eileen also did a round evaluation when you evaluated at the end of your period of interventions. You evaluated the time, how they understood the time, the expressions they had learned, the vocabulary they had learned. So that is a round evaluation. Okay, now I have sent you the address for the Padlet so that you complete the text here. And you're completing a reading, so we're checking immediately your participation. Yes? Can you access the Padlet? Tell me if you can access the Padlet.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Javiera Garcia is Padlet 1, Alejandra Padlet 2, y Javiera Labraña Padlet 3. So all of you have the words and then the text to complete.
Miss,
Yes?
we have to read the text of the link and then we have to complete the text.
Complete. Yes, so you have the words and then you complete. Summative and formative assessment. That's the title. Yes, and it's easier that you complete and you participate and it's quicker. Okay, I will bring some water. See you when you're completing, okay? Okay. Anyway, how do we start? Okay. Is applied to which of the words can we use here? Is applied to thinks of at the end of a program to make a one-off measurement, something carried out or made once, for example, or a big, also known as. Okay, so at the end of the program, we were just talking about that. Which is the word to indicate at the end of the program, at the end of the unit? Javier, Alejandra, which was the word?
Round.
Round, excellent. And which evaluation is done to round things off? To round things off. Which? ¿Cuál es la evaluación que usamos para redondear? At the end of the program, to finish, to give a measurement, una medida.
Summative.
Yes, excellent. Summative. Yes, summative. Okay, Alejandra, 2 points so far. Okay. Javiera, which would be the other one? If this is summative, the other one? Summative evaluation. The other one is?
Formative.
Formative. Yes, excellent. Formative. Formative evaluation. Formative evaluation. All right. Formative evaluation is, okay, we have 3 words less. Is given to students as a course is, when do we have a formative evaluation? At the end to round off, or when we are doing what? When the unit is?
In progressing?
Yes, progressing, yes. So a formative evaluation is given to students as a course is progressing. Yes, excellent. progressing. All right. The other Javiera Labraña, offered to help students improve their performance. Yes, exactly. This is formative. So en medio del semestre, yes, in the middle of the semester, I gave you formative evaluation. Offer to help students improve their performance. It can be used as a or a means of for. Why do we use formative assessment as a means of? What do we do when we give formative assessment? So this is already used. Round, yes. Summative. Yes, what do we offer? So can be used as a, how else do I use the formative assessment? We have few options. Which option?
I don't know.
To give as a, ¿cómo qué más? ¿Una qué? Cuando yo les doy formative assessment. Check.
Feedback?
Yeah,
Feedback.
one is feedback, but not here. As a means for feedback. Yes, here is feedback. And the other one?
Learning
opportunity. Yes. Entonces, cuando nos juntemos por investigación, es a feedback I give you. It's a learning opportunity. Si estamos en progreso. Yes, it's not the final evaluation. Yes, as a learning opportunity. Yes, why don't you change this question? This is a learning opportunity. This is feedback, formative evaluation. Yes, exactly. It's easier. And then we have the rest. The rest of words are related to summative. So, for example, in summative evaluation, something that is made once. So, for example, Javiera, Barbara, and Lucas did a big organized or created, Google Forms only once. Yes, to round things off. Sí, eso fue una vez que lo hicieron para cerrar la unidad. So, for example, what is this kind of exam or test? Which is this exam that you do once at the end to round things off?
Proficiency test.
A proficiency test, exactly, yes. So the girls did the OPT at the end of second year, yes? So that is to round things off. So that's a proficiency test, exactly. After you did all of the modules in first and second year, and you attended the module B2, yeah, was it B2? Proficiency test. Exactly. So after doing that, you did a proficiency test. You attended a proficiency test. Excellent. Or a big what? A big, once you do one. Only once in your in the year, in the semester, in the unit. ¿Cuánto más se puede hacer? Un solo summative test.
End of the year test.
End of the year, yes. End of the year. So you do it at the end of the year, yes. So it's only also known as summative evaluation. So it's summative evaluation. So end of the year tests is also are also known as, not all of them are proficiency. They are called, what do they have? Public exams also. They can be public exams or what they're called different ways. Yes. So more or less we have the idea here of summative evaluation and formative evaluation. So format is development. I don't know whether it's development is the word here, but anyway. So summative evaluation is applied to round things off at the end of a unit, of a semester, of the year, yes, or of a cycle. Yes, so you do first and second year intensive English classes, and then you sit for a proficiency test. So those are exams, evaluations to round things off. On the contrary, formative evaluation gives you idea of development, of progress, and it's more related to performance, as we were talking, not content, it's performance, how you're doing along the time, and they offer a learning opportunity or to give you some feedback, give students some feedback. Okay, so now you're going to read. This is working. This link is working. So you will read also in group one-on-one. Yes, formative assessment, summative assessment, and all of you will read recommendations for online assessment, and we will comment. Yes, 10 minutes, so we don't take so long. I will share with you in the chat this link from the University of Yale in the United States. And the website is very clear in offering some description of both types of evaluation and also techniques that you can use in either, yes, formative or summative. And then by the end, I will show you, and by the end you have recommendations for online assessment, something that professors here at the university, teachers at schools are still trying to think how to do, yes, and which are the areas to give more importance to. So formative and summative, you have examples, and these are, of course, examples that you might have lived as students or also as teacher candidates at school. You have done something around these areas for sure. Then you have some criteria, of course, rubrics, you know, all of them. And here in the end, recommendations for online assessment. So what are we going to discuss in 10 minutes? If you skim quickly, let us divide. Let us divide them in two groups. Okay, so what could you what did you find out in regards? What do you need to pay attention to? What are the recommendations when you are applying some evaluations in terms of uncertainty or in times of when things are not normal, when you are not in face-to-face classes, for example, with students? What do you need to pay attention to?
You have to define goals of the assets.
The goals, yes.
Yes. What the students learn and be able to do. What they want the students to learn.
What the students have learned?
Yes, what they are able to learn.
Okay, yes. What students were able to learn, yes. Excellent. So what they were able to learn. Yes, so we always need to pay attention to what the students were able to learn. Yes. And finally, is there anything else? And goals. Yes, exactly. So what are you going to evaluate? Is your evaluation in terms of summative and formative? Is your goal to give feedback, to monitor the progress, or is your final goal to give a round of final evaluation, for example? Or which are those goals? What do you want them to do? So it's just to show their knowledge, their cognitive development, or something that has to do with probably performance, something they do, they show how to do. And you have a lot of ideas there, a long list of ideas. What do you think, or what have you done with your students already here in online classes here in your English practicum, with schools in Linares area, for example? Which of the examples given by the website of the University of Yale?
And I think that is a good idea, record the presentations for the problem of the internet.
Yes. Recording presentations, yes, doing presentations and recording presentations, yes. What else can you do as evaluation, for example? Ideas. Follow when evaluating. Okay. Recording presentations. What else can you do? So Yale has lots of ideas that you can do. Some of them we are doing. We ourselves are doing. You have done with your students.
The question of close or bigger,
Yes.
maybe?
Close, close, what are you referring to? Items?
Yes, item close. When the student explain for shows this
exactly.
option.
Yes, so yes, exactly. Explaining the close. Yes, that's what I do with the students in second year, for example. So I give them true, false in a case study.
Yes.
Well, okay, you just choose, and then the next item they have to explain. Yes, exactly.
Yes. For example,
Explain.
I remember the item that truth or false in the, for example, explain for the why is false.
Why is it false? Exactly. Explain the closed items choices. Yes, exactly. In that sense, in that way, you are asking them to use critical thinking. Otherwise, it's just true, false, and it has been proved that just by applying some kind of rule, we can say, you can have a completely correct test only by just choosing randomly. This is true, false, this is number one, this is number two, and you can just by chance have everything correctly chosen. But that does not mean you know something or that you have been thinking what you were doing. So explain close item choices. Excellent. Yes, a lot. That's a good idea. I do that. What else can you do according to Yale? And we do already in our module, for example. Which of all the evaluations we have in our module shows that we are paying attention to academic integrity? Yes, so that means it's an original work, it's creative work. What else? Gives you the opportunity to develop the language. which of the assignments, which of the evaluations we have in English practicum? It's an
video presentation.
Yes, video presentations. Those are original works. Yes, that's your original work. Gives you opportunity to explain, to expand. What Javiera was saying, say why. Yes, explain why. It's not something you do out of memory or copying someone else, because it's your own experience. Yes, okay, so applying creative. Yes, applying creative evaluation tools. Tools like videos, reflexive videos. Yes, exactly. Reflexive videos. What else? Which other one is like that?
Portfolio.
The portfolio, excellent. Portfolios, excellent. So portfolios, even when we have a task that is a guide, a kind of guided task, nevertheless, there in each task you have something that is creative. You have your own development of language. If you copy others, I will notice, yes, if you're able to write that sentence or not. And then you have your reflections, which are your own creation. You cannot copy the reflection of others. So all of these tools have been much more used in these times of pandemic, and just to give importance to all of those areas. So on the one hand, academic integrity. On the other hand, helping students develop their critical thinking. Yes, so not just memorizing and knowing and develop, so I mean, repeating some vocabulary without any meaning. Yes. Also, the games, for example, in the example of Jeopardy, online games also gave opportunities to students to participate actively outside the box, yes, thinking outside the box, probably repeating some structures, but in the context of a game, then it doesn't have the pressure of a test. And in an online environment, that's also important, so that they don't have the anxiety of a test, of the unknown situation, of not knowing something and making mistakes, and not being in a sheltered environment. So all of these are good ideas, and you have been implementing them, yes, by means of videos, with separate portfolios, online games, etc. Of course, in the whole in the website, you have many others that we have used: oral presentations, class discussions, and some of them are more formative, of course. Feedback, classmate feedback. So all of those are also important, because in a way, when we talked about evaluation at the beginning, we were saying it's teachers using evaluation, but it's not only teachers, yes? So students to students, and also it can be implemented with groups of students, like giving feedback to groups, to other colleagues, yes? So it can also be done, classmates within the same classroom. So those are all of those ideas you can implement, yes, in your future practical. Okay, so this is another activity, which will be very short, just as an extra activity, and you can also use it in your next practicum. So I have the link also to share with you in Nearpod. Okay, I will share the link. We'll share the link in Nearpod, and it will be a short. Also, Nearpod has other games and activities already created that you can use to practice with your students. Nearpod, okay. So tell me if you can access. Can you access? Can you see this? Girls, would you access? Okay, you can. You could. All right. So I need to see you. Okay, I can see one. That is Javiera. Okay, another one who can access the website so we can play. Okay, we have two. All right. Okay, so we can compete. Let us check. Okay, next. All right, time to climb. Yes, so this is the section in which this is when you compete with your classmates. Okay. 0 connected, hit, start, ready. Okay, so we have two participants. Javiera, okay, I can see you. Alejandra, all right. Okay, anyone else coming?
Teacher, I know. See.
You cannot see? Could you access the link?
Dice que está cargando.
Ah, okay. So we can wait for you.
My internet is back.
Your internet connection, okay.
Slowly.
Okay, yes. This is a problem when working with connection, with internet connection and technology. So here the players, yes, will choose the answers. And I think it's also probably with a small classroom, for example, Alejandra with a few participants in the class would have used this. We will see how it turns out to be your next classes. How it turns out to be with your next classes. Okay, so we start. Okay, so here it is. Okay, question 1. According to the University of Yale, the website you read in class, assessment is? Assessment is, can you see the answers? Five, four, okay, 2, 1. Okay, next. 3, 2, 1, okay. According to the University of Yale website, formative assessment, 20. 10 seconds. Okay. According to Yale University website, summative assessment. What is summative assessment? Okay. Okay, could you choose the answers? Okay. Well, okay, so we're getting to the end. That was a nice activity that worked. And in here, you have many other websites word wall, for example, Alejandra and Eileen have used a lot, Jeopardy, Javiera, Barbara. So all of these are websites in which you can probably adapt some material to be a part of an assessment for your students. A summative assessment or formative if you're thinking to provide feedback during the progress of a unit, for example, that they're learning. Okay, so do not forget to create or to add any of these assessment tools that you already have, that you already did with your classes, with your mentor teachers, to your portfolios. Okay, so anything you would like to reflect on today? What did you learn? What did we learn today?
And the importance of use the website for evaluating the students.
Mm-hmm. We learned the importance of evaluation, yes. And how to use some websites, yes. To evaluate students, yes. Thank you for that. Yes, exactly. And how to decide, as we said, the objectives that we're going to set, how to decide which evaluation to use, formative or summative, and depending on the moment of the moment of the unit, the semester, or the year. Okay, so we have some agreements that are important for next week, as we said at the beginning of the class. So the next meeting is mandatory because you will be having a meeting with Professor Karen Gajardo, and she needs to meet you all at the same time. So really, I needed to be punctual. The next meeting is mandatory, yes, with Professor Karen Gajardo, and of course, we will meet before just to check something about our housekeeping evaluations, and she will meet us at 2:20. Okay, and then we in the next meeting we will have the farewell of the English practicum. The farewell from the English practicum. English practicum, that will be short, probably, and then you will have the rest of the afternoon to finish your portfolios. Remember, it's the due date to hand in your portfolios. And do we need to remember anything else? I think just upload all your tasks pending, yes? Upload pending tasks. And finish your comments to the forums, yes? Finish your forum comments over the weekend, your forum comments, and finish pending tasks, yes? Over the weekend, because I will be checking, yes? Grading. Any other question that you would like to ask in regards? Any questions?
No, Miss.
Okay, pending tasks, okay. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for your attendance. And I hope you have a great afternoon. You have some work, but that was what makes life very interesting for us. Okay, girls. Nice to see you, sharing with you. And I hope to see you soon. And just check with me in case you have any doubts in completing your assignments.
Okay, Miss.
Okay.
Miss. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you.
See you.